Hours panel songs video is about to begin. If you are interested, stay. If not, goodbye. So if you're here for my panel, this is not like a regular Q&A. I'm not just going to sit and talk about my butt. What we're going to do is we're going to participate. It's going to be a group effort. It's important that we're all working together towards no end whatsoever. So do you have cell phones? Yeah. Do you have Twitter accounts? Yes. All right. Well, don't worry. This contest is for both people with Twitter and people without Twitter. All right. So it'll be a two thing. So those of you with Twitter accounts, get on your Twitter, get ready to go because we're going to be. Oh, my phone is almost dead. Which is very silly. Sorry, I'm not going to be honest. All right. Anyway, so I got my Twitter. And what we're going to do is whoever tweets me first on some of these things. Just a way to make this interesting because we just want to hear me talk about shit. All right, well, I'll do that too. So, but first things first, let's get this going. By the way, hi. Thanks for coming, man. That's very nice of you. So get notes about this. We can do this. Get my notes up. All right, for you Twitter people. All right. Yes, we're just going to start with Twitter. All right, this is very important. What I need you to do, my Twitter handle, just so you know, is DC_Douglas. All right, so it's at DC_Douglas. So in order for me to see your answers, for those of you who get Twitter questions, you'll need to have that at the beginning. The rest of you, we're going to do a hands-raising thing on those questions, all right? So, first up, let's shut the door and get this quiet. Yes, please. Yes. All right. If you can get those doors shut up, that'd be awesome. Oh. Could you help? Sure. All right. Thanks, Charlie. Appreciate it. So now, first thing is tweeters. Starting off with just a little gift. Let's go a little gift right now. Tweeters, I need you to tweet that you're saying. The first word is AT, not the A symbol. So at #FSC and at DC Douglas, the DC_Douglas, starting his drinking panel. Which we're not really drinking, are we? This is notes from another panel. Sorry, starting his panel. Either way. All right? Tweet that. Whoever tweets it first gets the first gift.
But it's too complicated.
You know what? It could be what we have. Hi. Welcome. Come on in. If you have Twitter, get it up and going. Don't worry, we're going to have Q&A too. Don't worry, I'm not going to just make this
wow, there's like only 2 people tweeting.
I don't know the tweeters in here.
There's 1.
I tweeted it.
And there's 2.
All right, I'm waiting. No, sir, I don't want you.
4 seconds ago.
Wait, here it comes. And guess what? The winner of this first one is... Where the hell are you? Where the hell are you? There you are, my babies. The first winner is... Well, somebody cheated, but I'll go with it. Courtney, where are you? Courtney. $5 gift certificate to, or gift card to a boom! All right. That's how we begin this. Wasn't that exciting? You know what? I used to be richer, and so I bring better gifts. It will get better, I promise. This is where I play with my sizzle reel, so you can get an idea for those of you who don't know me. Imagine that you're seeing stuff about, you know, Geico and Resident Evil, Mass Effect, McDonald's, all this stuff, and you go, wow, and he's on Two Broke Girls, and it's all really exciting and sizzling, and then afterwards we come back and we're like, oh, you run all that shit. Just have that in your head now. All right, so the next one is, my first one is a little, just a simple trivia thing. Most of you are probably here because of Mass Effect or Resident Evil, but I'm also a transformer. Anyone here, and raise your hand, don't say no. Anybody here know the name of the show? Well, Courtney wants, I'm going to go with her.
Okay, Transformers Rescue Bot.
Boom! All right, another $5 gift certificate. What's your name?
I'm Courtney.
I use her Twitter.
She was not Twitter.
I don't want
I don't know, I'm very suspicious about this. I'm going to keep my eye on you two. All right. So, anybody, and since we're not going to have very many questions for this. Oh, and my agent's calling me now. That's really, should I take it or no?
No.
No.
As Wesker.
Yes.
As Wesker. Go for it.
As Wesker.
Hello. Hi, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. I'm actually in the middle of my panel at Florida. What do we call it? SuperCon. Everybody say hello to my agent.
Hi.
What can I do? What can I do for you?
Did you send a medal of honor directly to her, or are you talking about
Well, I don't get back till Monday, so I'll send my audition in the afternoon when I get back. What it is? Yeah. Cool, thank you. Bye. Say goodbye. Bye. Bye. See you later. Bye-bye. Alrighty, so that was really fun. That's going to trip her around. Oh, so any Q&As on that? Anybody have questions about Transformers Rescue Bots playing on the Hub every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. or 11 a.m.? Boom! We're done with that. All right. Fuck the Transformers. All right. No, don't really. I want a second season because I love the show. Now this is where guess what? I play a Wesker video. It's yeah, but there's no video. But imagine you just saw that and you go, that's right, he does Albert Wesker. And so, yeah, we're going to get to the Q&A on that in a second. But first, I'm going to burn through this. Look at this. Slow down, DC. Slow down. Got a trivia question for you, right? This is a live one, not a tweet one. Raise your hand if you can name any previous actor who has voiced Albert Wesker. Oh, darn it. And the whole room took a shit.
It's at the tip of our tongue, but we just can't say it.
There's 3 other guys that have done his voice. One who's Canadian, did most of them. The one you probably are trying to think of. Yes, sir.
Can I, if I tell you the first game you started in, will that count?
No.
That's an interesting
I know,
way to go about it.
What if I just told you that you were the best one? And that you should take it away from us.
Well, then you and I go back to my hotel room. But that's not so, really? Nobody here?
Hold up, Wikipedia.
All right, I'm going to help you out. I know somebody's trying to look it up right now, and very surreptitiously. I'll give you a hint, okay? One of them has got a Spanish-sounding name. One of them is an LA-based actor, aside from me, and another one is a Canadian actor who's been in a lot of television, and whose last name sounds as though you've just woken up and are...
For the romantic one, I'll go with Garcia Hotspur.
No, Sergio Jones. Sorry, I just took that away from everybody. Seriously, nobody? All right, you know what? It was just a gift card prize anyway, right? Is that what it was? If that's what it was, then we're going to move on. No, this is a good one. There are 2 other actors left. Nobody knows. These are good prizes. I don't get to give them out. No, you know what? I'll save them. That's fine. I got some gift cards for something else. It's Richard Waugh, Canadian actor, was the previous guy who did several of the games, who most people know. You guys should know this. If you're into voice actors, you're here obviously, because otherwise, who the fuck am I? And the other one was Peter Jessup, excellent guy, and the very first guy said Sergio Jones, who was the Jill Sandwich man. So we did that. Can I play the video? Twitter people. You know who I am. So tweet me saying @DC Douglas asking us all to take Douglas oath.
What?
The Douglas oath. I'm asking you all to take the Douglas oath. Just tweet that to me. First one in gets prize. I turned off my automatic notifications, so I have to refresh. How do you spell oath? Autocorrect will take care of it. You'll send me oath. Hey! Well, that's not really the full sentence, but I'll go with it. Andres? Wait a minute! You're part of the employees here. You can't do that. You can't do that. You work here, right? You're working here. Yeah. But you know who isn't working here? Priscilla. Priscilla! And this may not be your particular platform. Feel free to take a GameStop or whatever. But you get yourself an Aria from PlayStation Resident Evil 5. It's his sign, my dear.
Oh my
so,
God.
And we all go, wow. Wow, it's an old game. Who the fuck cares? Siri, go away.
Hey, you say 20 minutes for the signature now.
You know what? That's unfair because the other one no one got, so I'm going to do a second one as well. Alan? Alan? Oh, wait. Alan, you're not here. That's a different tweet. Oh, no one else tweeted. Fuck it. Moving on. All right. By the way, I have a bad mouth. I'm sorry. Okay. So we did... oh, this is great. I played this like bloopers reel that I did. But you can't see. So, Twitter. Oh, is another Twitter? See, this doesn't seem like it's all fucking Twitter because we're going to get to the Q&A. Because I have videos, but no videos. So Twitter, people, where are you? Okay, @DC Douglas, now passing out syringes. You'll have to explain all this to your friends tomorrow. That's the whole point, is that these people go, what the hell? But most people actually don't see your personal responses unless they love everything about you. Adrian, thank you for following me.
You want to see me? I want to try to see me.
You don't get the prize for the nose.
Huh? You want to get your
Okay, all right, Andres. Wow, you were fast on that.
He has a laptop.
That's cheating!
That's cheating. Sorry, dude. I'm gonna give you a gift card though. But I guess, yeah, that's
All I want.
I'm crying so hard.
It's probably worth the same amount as the videos. Why do I keep? There we go. Okay.
That's British, that's not like
Boom! Let's hear it for him. So were we waiting for syringes? Yeah, we were. Don't give up the syringes, people, because he doesn't come in. Oh. No? That's Crystal? You're not? Jesus. All of a sudden people are tweeting me.
What is going on?
Priscilla? Again? How many people here have Twitter?
I have one now.
I
have one now. I have one, I just don't have a
Oh,
phone!
this is so limited. I'm going to start opening this up then.
I don't have a phone!
But Priscilla, you did get it. You already got a game, right?
Yeah, I got one.
Then you don't. Give me a gift certificate.
I get bragging rights.
There you go. This is
Bragging
the
rights.
essence of video and Twitter in this room is fucking up my whole thing. All right. So next.
Wait, follow at what? My Twitter is super slow.
No worries.
I have no phone.
It's DC_Douglas.
But you say it at Florida SuperCon and then at DC.
Oh, don't even worry about that. People aren't even doing that. Yeah. It was the hashtag, but no one seems to really care. This is broken, right? So.
Well, I don't think we're doing it anymore.
So we did that. We did that. All right. Here's a trivia thing. No Twitter. Regular trivia. See, this is again. You're here because you just wanted to see what the fuck I look like, and that's it. I don't have any of these answers, but we're gonna give it a shot. What is the first game that I voiced as Albert Wesker that wasn't Resident Evil? Yeah.
Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Boom! All right.
Oh yeah, I wonder why. Shut up.
Let's hear it for him. A signed disc copy of '45, used because I'm a cheap motherfucker. Whoa! What? Of course you're pre-owned.
I don't care.
Use signature.
All right. So we did that. Oh,
God.
the whole Twitter thing now is like I'm so depressed about it.
I like something
But we're going to the Q&A after this. One last Twitter, we go to Q&A. Twitter, people! Damn it, listen to me. Tweet me. DC Douglas, at DC Douglas, says to inject virus now. Oh, I got it. See, it used to be when I had notifications go, and then I would know immediately. But a few people came on my Twitter feed, and I had to stop doing that.
Tweet Daniel. Okay.
Tweet I said. Oh, Melissa.
Oh, that's me.
Hey! Yeah, right now, let's hear it for Melissa. This is Joe's Fine Coffee, are you back? That's probably not your platform, sorry.
Thank you. It's on the platform. It is
It's what they had at the store.
It is on her platform.
Oh, it is? Oh, good. But you play the game, so what's that? It's a really stupid gift if you think about it.
What?
I should give you all pre-orders for RE6. But I'm not in it, so. Q&A! Oh, I play an Old Spice thing here. Go on YouTube, look up Wesker Old Spice when you want. Very funny little parody video you'll enjoy.
I saw that.
Oh, cool. So, any questions about Resident Evil shit? Hit me.
Okay, this was boiling my head for a while. What do you think about the actor portrayal in Wesker in Resident Evil Afterlife?
The film? What's his name?
Sean Roberts.
Sean Roberts, yes. What do I think? I think
We can
first off,
remember him, but not the other voice actors.
and the,
Right?
I'm like, we can remember the actor, but not the other Albert Wesker.
I know, the people who deserve the recognition. Actually, the people who deserve the recognition.
He doesn't deserve
artists. Well,
Oh.
I'll tell you, I don't like him either. You know what? I mean, I love special effects and all that. I mean, those movies are really, for me, about the special effects. And so his, I thought what was neat was that his voice seemed like it was an amalgamation of Richard Waugh's, Peter Jacobs, and mine. So there's a part of it that's going, he kind of listened to my voice and did that thing, and that made me kind of feel kind of good about it. But he's a good actor. I think it was fine, but I think he's very short. And to me, you need a big kind of, you need like
young.
Oh, and too young as well, yeah. Well, the youth thing doesn't bother me as much because everybody, and it's Hollywood. You want your people on screen to be fuckable, and that's what it's about. It's just the rule in Hollywood.
Yes.
So, you get to a certain age, and they go, So, but the wait. What I was gonna say is, you know who I think would also be good in that? And again, you'll think he's too young. But I think he's a little older than. True Blood. The blonde.
Oh, please stop.
Skarsgård.
No.
The
Blood, you said it
elongated
right.
torso. Yes. I think he's a good actor.
You know who I think would be a better role as Wesker?
Who?
No, stop. I don't remember. For the life of me, I can't remember the actor's name. But the guy who played the main villain in Men in Black 3.
Oh, yeah. That guy.
He was in. Wait.
Men in Black.
I just saw. Who's the main villain?
That's something the animals.
Yeah,
The animal.
Forrest the
He was in
Animal.
From
Flight of the Condor.
New Zealand. What?
Yeah.
Flight of the Conchords.
Yeah.
What's
Yes.
his name? No, he's very dark. I mean, he's got the eyebrows and all of that, and then he's got to get that accent away.
I thought at one point in the movie he did sound like Wesker a bit. When he's like, I can't even do a Wesker voice. He's like, I smell.
What?
Yeah.
No, actually, it
It's
sounds
like, I
like it.
smell something like that. And I'm like, oh, that's what sounds like Wesker. Yeah.
Ooh, fuck. Anyway. Any other questions on RE5? Hit me.
Where did you get that accent anyway? Like, where is it?
You know, I mean, I can actually do a pretty good British accent. I'm doing a half-assed British accent in that case, off of what I thought I heard in Peter Jessup's, where he had it was almost British or mid-Atlantic, but then he had marbles in the mouth kind of quality to the voice. It was really fascinating. That was the first guy they played for me when I went for Umbrella Chronicles, because he was unavailable for the gig, so I got the gig and they played his tape. So I'm like, oh, so that's how Wesker sounds. I didn't know the game then, so I did that, and then when I did RE5, they played Richard Waugh, which was this whole other thing. And he doesn't really have, I guess he has a little bit of it too, but I think it's more of a Canadian thing. And so, but then it was like, so that and that, so I'm kind of doing, but not all the words can be British, because then they'll just sound completely British. And so you have to do kind of a half-assed mid-Atlantic thing, and sort of marbles, sort of not, and then I get to turn it into my own thing when he injects himself. So that's kind of how it was. I don't think it was any, I think Peter went with his own thing, and it's kind of affected everybody else as well. Though Richard did it before him, but I don't know if but Richard's, I think, is just innate. I think it's just a part of his voice. So, Rob, sorry.
Yeah, this is a question from a friend. She wanted to know if you think that Wesker did anything naughty to Jill while she was,
I would tell you, that after this and the amount of people that have tweeted me about that kind of stuff, obviously.
You were to watch him with blonde.
As somebody else tweeted me, I believe he tapped that, yes. I didn't know she was beer, but okay. That was stupid. God, nobody put that on mine. I mean, for fantasy's sake, sure, you can have done anything. Just imagine me playing Wesker, that's all I ask. I'm sorry, what?
The Flight of Concord people were Brett McKenzie and Jermaine Clement.
Whoa, say it again?
Brett McKenzie and Jermaine Clement.
What about him?
Those two are the Flight of Concord news on it.
Oh, thank you very much. All right. Okay. I'm horrible with names. I will forget that like just now. Anybody else questions about our Resident Evil? Wesker? Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if this is like Resident Evil 6 coming out.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can answer any questions. But are you in there in any capacity, like a flashback?
Sorry.
Right.
I really, and I know the guy who does the voice directing on it,
Yeah.
Liam O'Brien, and then I also know some of the people that were LA-based doing producing on it, and I even took one of them aside. I go, I mean, the fans would love it if I was just in. But Liam actually put a good point. He goes, you're Albert Wesker. You really want to do any other character in that universe? He goes, be patient. He goes, he'll come back in a game. So, so we have to hope that maybe it'll jump back in time, and then they'll actually do a game with him. But I didn't do any work on that whatsoever. I heard rumor. It's not confirmed, but I think it's Troy Baker is Wesker Jr.
He is.
So,
Yes.
Yes. So if you want to obsess on something, there he is. That's my career. Joe's on Twilight. Any other ones? Yes, sir.
Oh, what is your favorite line from Resident Evil 5?
Yes.
Global saturation.
I mean, at one point, it just gets so ridiculous. Saturation. It was again Liam O'Brien's. A good friend of his from college is a good friend of mine, and he said that of all the people that when they were studying in New York, that Liam got into all the animal kinds of things and was always very guttural. And that's actually how he directs. He directs very guttural, so it was something that was usually out there and all of that. The minute he injects, then Liam's like, yes, now we get to go. So there's a lot of that. I've totally spaced out. What were we talking about? I just do that. Everybody do that. It's really fun.
Your favorite line that you've done?
Oh God, I don't. It's like everybody's quoted it back so much that I'm like, now it's my lines or your lines kind of thing. I mean, I think the 7 minutes thing was very funny. And the first one that I recorded was actually you guys could tell me because I can't think of it verbatim was. Hey, how you doing? It was the verbatim one. What does it say about? I had such high hopes for our reunion. Something like that.
What?
What?
Sorry. I had high hopes for our reunion. Chris.
Oh, Chris.
That's like the first thing he says when you see him again, isn't it? Or when he sees Chris, I guess. That was the first thing I recorded, and so that was kind of like, I liked it because it really set the tone for everything. So, but no, I mean, a lot of those lines are hysterical. There's the one on the plane about birthing, whatever, that whole monologue. That was a very fun monologue. So, but it's all so silly. My least favorite would be because it trashed my voice. So, and it's so funny. You listen to it, you're like, did he really trash his voice from that? Because they did like all this production in there and everything. And I was like, what? Did I really have to scream like that 3 times? So, Resident Evil questions?
Yeah, I was going to ask about that actually. I was just wondering, I'm going to make this as spoiler-free as possible in case anyone doesn't know. But that last time you screamed Chris at the end of Resident Evil 5, did you shed a tear? When you knew it was happening?
No, I had an erection. Very confusing. That's Yuri or Yowie? What is that?
Yeah.
Yowie? See, I'm starting to remember this. It's the Yuri I would give shit, right? Yes. Okay, thank you. Yes, sir.
What was the most memorable moment in the recording studio?
Oh, it would probably be the first time. Well, it would be the first time in a certain direction I got. Because it was the first time they were doing facial mocap. So Ken Lally does the physical body of Wesker. I auditioned for it, had thrown my back out. I wouldn't have gotten it anyway, because Ken Lally is, he does that. And I was walking around and I go, I can walk around and do that. And he goes, don't worry, no stunts. I go to the audition, and he's like, okay, and so now flip over that way, and they're going to roll over there, and I'm like, and I believe I'm not going to get the mocap job. So, but they did facial mocap, and they put the faces on the actors, which was really cool. Now these days they don't even do that. Now it's full, which is kind of why the whole industry is going to change as far as there's going to be on-camera actors and there's going to be the mocap actors who do the voice. Like voice actors will have to almost physically look like the voices they're doing, which is kind of sucks because the whole beauty of voiceover was that you could be anything. But it is what it is. So then we were doing the facial mocap, had all the little dots, and they had. So I'm in a room. So as opposed to the mocap people, the way they have it now, they've got like a camera that's like there. And they can walk all around, and they can do this stuff. They got their big bulbs for the other things, but they can do all the physical stuff. For this tiny little ones, all the little lasers, all these cameras in a 180 around you, and you're there with your mic and your monitor and your pages, and they want you, as a voice actor, normally what you would have is you'd be able to go, if I'm doing a thing, and give me a line from Resident Evil.
You'll give me an egg.
What's that?
You'll give me an egg.
I'm thinking about
not saving the world. I'm not destroying the world. I'm really saving it.
What's that?
I'm not destroying the world.
So, as a regular voiceover, I've got nothing there. Nobody's watching me. They're in the booth or whatever. And I'm not destroying the world. I'm saving it.
I'm really saving it.
I'm not destroying the world. I'm really saving it, or whatever it is. But I get to do all of this. Well, they've got beams and cameras and all of that, so you can't do that. So you have to go. I'm not destroying the world. I'm saving the world. And let's say I'm talking to like 3 people. I'm supposed to go like you normally go. Frank, Bob, Mary. There you go. Frank, Bob, Mary. I'm not destroying the world. I'm saving the world. It's so difficult as a voice actor because it all gets concentrated in the voice. You can't do because we do weird shit with our hands just to create certain sounds in the voice. So that was. So the biggest part was the first memorable point was me doing all of this was all new, and then the direction comes through from all of them saying, DC, you can't move your hands. And I said, you just killed me as an actor. So, any more RE5? Or any Resident Evil stuff?
I'm trying to think of.
Don't worry. You can always ask it at the end. What are we at time-wise? I just want to make sure I don't say 9:14. I'm here till. Oh, well, we're good.
I'm thinking.
And you know what? If it comes back to you, you can always throw it in later. We're gonna move on to a video. Can we all shed a tear? All right, I play a Legion video. Mass Effect. Oh, he was Legion. Okay, wow. Trivia question. Where am I? Everything is so changed now. All right, I'll have some special ones at the end. All right, trivia question. Who suggested the name Legion?
Evie.
Who said that? Very good at raising your hand.
Oh, I missed
Oh,
that.
wow.
Yeah, I was like,
You know what though? But your passion wins me over. There you go, sir. What's your name?
Lucas.
Lucas, everybody! You just got a Mass Effect. Signed, by the way. And it's a 2-disc thing. Apparently, that's a pretty cool game. Right? Did you get? Oh, you do have both in there. Okay, so they both should be signed. All right. My signature just looks like a scribble. Sorry. Oh, I'm doing stuff. What are we doing? So Legion trivia question. Oh, Twitter? Come on, it's time for a little more Twitter. Let's freak your friends out. So now you're gonna tweet. Make sure you go. You gotta put it to me. So DC Dog is. Oh God, what's happening to me? Alright. Oh, I should put the notifications on. It's more fun with buzzes. Well, thank you, Rain. That's very nice of you. She's not here, is she? Hey! Wow! Woman! Melissa! Oh, but you know what? This one's a gift card.
I'm not Melissa.
Oh, you're not Melissa?
That's her buddy.
Melissa, you get a gift card now! Woo! Let's hear it for Melissa! $5! Hey, it's found money, motherfucker. Watch what faster?
Twitter feed.
Oh, do you want to? Sure. Oh, you mean me sign in? Hell no, you're not getting access to my account. I got some DMs that need to stay that way. I have no idea. All right. So, trivia question. Sorry, I missed it. Trivia question. This is for people in the room. Hands up if you know this. Hands up if you know this. Where do you find Legion in the game in Mass Effect 2?
Azera Reaper.
Boom! They didn't get that last time I asked that question. What's your name?
Tysa.
Tysa! Everybody, let's give it up for Tysa! All right. That's how it's supposed to go. All right. All right, this is so funny because if I was playing videos, then you'd be able to so multimedia, but we're not doing that. One more Twitter. Let's get this done, all right? Let's just get this fucking Twitter shit out of the way. Twitter, tweet me. The right to be a god is now mine. Oh, yeah. This is where we find out who has the fat fingers and who has the skin.
The right to be God, what?
I think you've lost. Courtney! Congratulations! I was like, the video is now mine. You know,
That's why I didn't want to. I was like, I'm not going to do these.
Brian, because you already had it, right? You only got that first time? No, you got to. That's fucked up. So, you increase it by $7. I'm going to give you a choice. Resident Evil or Mass Effect? Boom! There you go. Let's hear it for Courtney, everybody. What did we just do? That was cool. We're getting to the end here, and then we really just don't totally open it up for whatever you guys can buy me drinks.
Really?
Yeah, why not? They're free. I'm not gonna fight them. Trivia question. What's that?
Are you going to be at the VIP party tonight?
Is that tonight?
No, it's tomorrow.
There's one today and one tomorrow. Tomorrow's the celebrity, tonight's the comic book fest.
Oh yeah, I'm for tomorrow.
I wish I could go.
I'm a celebrity. Oh yeah, I like this is my favorite question. How many this is in-house, raise your hands. How many programs make up the Geth consciousness?
Oh, crap.
That was like just so cocky in the way you did that.
I am, because I don't know the answer. I'm just throwing out a random number. 15.
I know it's Legions, but I don't know the guess. So.
It's a hard one, but it's a really. But actually, once you know it, like true Mass Effect fans would know this.
I'm not.
I found it on Wiki.
Nah, that was.
Really, nobody? All right, I'm gonna. Oh, go ahead. Okay, a little shy. We'll find out in a moment.
5.
Whoever gets closest here.
5.
So everybody who wants to take a guess, put your hands up, and then we're gonna hit them. We're gonna go down the row here. Okay.
Wait.
No Twitter. No internet.
No.
No, I'm talking my brother.
How much? 3 million.
90,000.
90,000.
2,000.
2,000.
1,000.
1,000.
15,000.
15,000.
700.
Now, how many?
I think I'm
How
doing
much
the
data
question
in Mass Effect 2
confused.
makes up that consciousness
I
shit?
want to say 400.
That's not good.
You know that consciousness thing?
Wait,
in
say
Mass
that out
Effect
loud.
2?
1,086.
Okay. Remember.
Alright, Mass Effect 2. You know that consciousness thing?
Yeah.
I don't really remember. You don't know the questions you're making. That's great.
Consciousness? How many programs make that up?
1,250.
How much programs? How many programs make that up?
9,001.
And guess what? Okay. 1,000 people, raise your hands. I know we had a
I
700.
had a 1,000.
Alright,
You were 1,000 even. You were 1,000.
No, I said how many
1,087.
make
So
up the
she's beat you
consciousness
so
in Mass
far.
Effect
What did you say?
1,250.
Okay, this is 1,087, 1,250.
Yeah.
And the answer is 1,183. I believe you're the winner!
Too late.
I just think that is a cool question. It's kind of irrelevant, but all right.
She said around 1,010.
Boom.
Close enough.
Here you go, that's fine. Okay, you're welcome. Now, those of you who answered questions and didn't win, I need you to raise your hands. Right, you kind of all right. Okay. So I have to choose. I'm sorry. I'm going to
Throw them in the middle of the floor.
You know what? You came late, so I can't include you. But I'm with you, sir, and you, sir. There you go.
Oh, thank you.
Consolation gifts. So, no, I said him because I'm sorry. I'm sorry because he was looking at me. You know, do I have a gift card? I got a gift card for you, buddy. There you go. That felt really bad. I'm all sweaty. All right, so you know what that means?
Are we going to have a Mass Effect Q&A?
Yeah, that's what that means. Well, I was going to play video. So
It's okay.
we can come, it's 9:22. I've got the place for another 20 minutes, but if it ends in 5, I'm happy to go. No, I'm kidding. No, we have plenty of time, so we can ask. You can ask anything you want, whether it's about Mass Effect, Resident Evil, Transformers, other stuff. My voice of a career, but it doesn't seem like anybody here really knows what the fuck I am. Or TV stuff, because I'm also a film and TV actor. But again, you don't know who the hell I am. Or anything about business in general. So open it up.
How did you get into voice acting?
I got into voice acting because I'm old. I'm the oldest one in this room. Because so many people told me to get into it. It was one of those things that when I was 14, I'd answer the phone and they'd go, they'd start selling me things, thinking I was the man of the house. So, and then when I, whoa, he's a hut, yo.
Does Wesker need to stab a bitch?
Wesker need to stab a bitch. So when I came to LA to be an actor, and I was going to all these acting schools, and all these, and then they would say, you know, you haven't thought about voiceover as well, and I'm like, I don't want to do voiceover, I want to be an actor. So eventually, I got into acting school. While I was there, I decided I'd take voiceover classes too, and that one thing led to another, and then so that's like my bread and butter, but it's so easier. How do I say this? If you have the voice for it or whatever, it's an easier way to make a living as an actor in LA because you can do commercial work and theatrical work and all of that, and you can do a lot of jobs without being seen, so you're not oversaturated. But as an actor on camera, you can get oversaturated. So I mean, even weird shit like I had a recent run of like some TV stuff, and I was like a very tiny role in this thing called Franklin Bash TNT. Then I had an audition for Rizzoli
Isles.
Rizzoli
Isles.
Yeah, so I had an audition for that, and then they found out that I was on this other episode that apparently aired the same night, and so I couldn't do the audition. And it was like a much better role too, so it was very upsetting. But that's because of on camera you can be recognized more, but in voice you can like do all sorts. Unless you're a celeb, you can do all sorts of stuff they don't know. So it's a great way to make money if you're in the right city and you've got the facility.
So what's everything that you've ever been in?
Oh, you want to build this resume right now? My episode chronologically. Should I start with theater when I was 12? What the fuck? Do you guys have a phone there?
No, we don't know.
You're lying. You're gonna IMDb.com and look at BC.com, you'll find some stuff. So it's a long resume. I mean, no one likes to. That's the worst thing to ask. Well, no, the worst thing to ask an actor is, so what's next? Oh. Most of us don't have something coming up next. Thank God, right at the moment I do, but usually my answer would be, I just did it. So, but the other thing is like, so what have you been in that I've seen? It's like, well, I don't know what your viewing habits are. So I'm like in a cherry pick. You ever watch ER? So, I only did one episode, by the way. So, other questions? Yes, sir.
When you get into character, you use voices. Is it hard to stay in character with your voice? Or?
It's funny, they have that question on the Transformers thing, which is an interesting thing. When you have a character, like they were talking to Alan Oppenheimer and Greg Berger, right? Greg Berger. I've known him peripherally, and I just met him today. They're really great guys. They're in like the original G1 Transformer stuff and all of that. So they've been on series and series and series of voiceover stuff. I'm on my I think the original Transformers. You guys would know better. What?
The original.
Yeah, the original. I'm on a kids one that just came out. So and that's my first cartoon series I've ever been on. So they were talking about how it is that they, keep the character. And as and Alan was making the point, it is a character. So once you've built your character, you know your characters, you are living the character, you are the character. So you walk in, you've got all the work that you've done is there, and you grab onto it. My way of describing it is a little simpler, which is just to say you usually have a handle on whatever it is that you get. So for instance, which is what made Wesker really difficult, is because I was given Peter Jessup as my handle. I didn't even get to build the character, it was Peter Jessup. So, and then they bring in Richard Waugh's voice for that other one, and so now I've got to make my handle more like this, and it was really weird. But so for instance, Legion I get to build from the ground up. So the original specs for him was like Hal, but with a little more empathy. So that's the audition I did. So if I ever had to go back into a session, I always remember, that's where I began with it. And if all they have to do is play a line. The minute they play a line, I can hear a line from it. I can hear what I was doing in there. I can hear the feel of it, and then I go into it. And it comes back to you. It's because what it is it's like a bicycle. It's like, no, not like a bicycle. That was stupid. I was thinking like the bicycle thing and someone else rides it and it doesn't feel the same. So you took my voiceover job and now it doesn't feel like mine. If you're taping this, you can't put it on the internet because that was like an acid flashback. But I think that's what it is. Whatever your first hook is that gets you into it. If you've been away from it a while, then you come back to it. But if you're doing it week to week on a show, it's become you. It's a part of you. That's why you can go down there to the Hall of Fame or the Hall of Shame. No, I'm just I've had too many drinks. But anyway, if you go down there and you'll talk to any one of these voiceover actors, and you go, I love the so-and-so character, and they'll pop out the voice. And it's just because they did it so much that it's part of them, so they kind of carry it with them. So I think that's a big part of it. Any other? Yeah?
I'd like to ask you a question.
Cameras came out, Jesus.
Sorry.
You said not on
YouTube.
YouTube.
Let me get comfortable.
I want to ask you a question, but I'd like to start off with a little story, if I could.
Oh, turn the camera on.
Okay, so one day I was watching my brother play Mass Effect 2 because he's a huge Mass Effect fan. And
this computer, the alien computer thing, and I guess I put enough emotional lilt in it that they liked it, and I got it. So I got lucky. It's how I met Ginny McSwain, which, to my other point, I met Ginny McSwain, got to work with her. She voice directed that, and then she became the casting director on the Transformers Rescue Bots, and I was one of very few that was submitted for my role. And because she worked with me, I was able to. I had that benefit. So that's the thing: is as you go through your careers, no matter what they are, be nice to the people going up.
Can I make a personal request?
What?
So I want to cap off with that story.
This is his show.
No more. No, it's yours. Can you say in Wesker's voice, "Fuck you, Daniel" on camera?
What? I'm a trained monkey now.
I'm sorry.
What is the line?
Fuck you, Daniel.
Is he in there? Fuck you, Daniel. Wow. To be honest, if you told me about that before, I was able to prepare. I drew on some past experiences. We rehearsed it. Other questions? Not from you.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm safe.
Any other questions about Mass Effect, Resident Evil, Transformers, Eternal Sonata?
Yes!
We have an Eternal Sonata question!
Did you actually like Wesker?
Wait, were you the angry one?
Yes.
Anything that can do to diffuse that?
Yeah.
As long as it's a tone.
Yeah. Oh, it's not a mouse.
But did you actually like Wesker as a character?
Of course, you get to play badass. That's always fun.
Exactly.
That's very fun. So,
Well, I mean, you're just voicing a character. I wouldn't know if you would like it or not.
right. Oh, I mean, are there ever? I voice characters I didn't care. Well, I would say I voice characters I didn't care for not because of what they did, but because like what the voice qualities they wanted for the character. It's like this really is. I feel like I'm being kind of a modified announcer for them. But they like it because it matches the Japanese version, and so it's like okay, so I do it. But no, usually it's you like what you've got a gig. Yeah, I mean, I have a gig. I
know, right?
love whatever it is that character's up to, no matter how horrific or whatever. Unless it's, unless it has something to do with, forgive me if you're Christian, but sometimes you'll get these things that they actually want it to be for their church or whatever, and then you realize that all the dialogue is kind of like forcing somebody into a certain kind of frame of mind and all of that, and it's like, it's not really about the character, it's more about their agenda, and I was like, so those that I don't really get.
How did you come upon Wesker?
What's that?
How did you come upon Wesker?
They came upon me, I auditioned for it, so. That's it, all those characters, they don't, unless you're a celebrity, unless you're a celebrity, they're not going to go, that person's going to get the gig. I mean, casting director may remember you and bring you in with several other people, or your agent will send you the audition. But yeah, we all get it through auditions usually, unless it's, we know the producers personally or something.
Yeah. It's going to sound pretty bad, but I played Eternal Sonata, and I'm just curious who you were.
I know
it is.
I know I was in it.
Jazz.
Jazz. That was jazz.
Oh.
No,
I did not expect that.
That's one where we matched the Japanese.
Wow.
I like the concept though, it's kind of cool. But there's this strange kind of stiff feeling. There's this, you guys can help me out with this because I don't quite get it as much, but there seems to be these kinds of, the anime games, I guess they're based on actual cartoons. But like Eternal Sonata, is that based on a cartoon as well? No, it's just its own game.
It's a game first, then it gets adapted. And yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes! Snap!
You were the president, right?
I so want to be hip. Yes, whoever said president.
I said that.
Yes, President Pepperdine. Whoever's president, Pepperoni.
I noticed.
Paradigm?
Yeah, I noticed that you seem to be playing the silver hair characters in those games.
Whoa! You just made an enemy.
What?
Well, I said the voice of authority kind of thing. So,
yeah, you did the same thing in Vesperia.
He did Alexei and Peony.
Yeah, no, but that's an example. Do not put this on the internet. This is an example of, you get a voice, they want to match the Japanese thing. Is this for me? Hello? No. They do the Japanese thing, and a lot of them are very formal in the way that they do. So then you're like, so you kind of match, and they go, great, and you're like, I'd like to do something more. But I think with the difference between, would you say, the Tales of Vesperia, which I think I'm horrible in.
Really?
Oh, I do. I'm sorry if you like me, but
I have to be honest. That's how I discovered you.
Grace, I feel like blah 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 blah. That's really what I think my whole rhythm is in that whole thing. It just all feels. I'm sorry, this conversation upsets me. I'm going to go. Whereas with the President and the Tales of Grace, I mean, it felt a little more comfortable. It felt like I could actually have. There was more dialogue as well too.
Yes.
So there was more in political intrigue, and also you could have a little more. But again, there's this formal quality. And then I watched the final. Somebody got the video for me, and you're hearing the music with it and all that. And I go, it's such a bizarre world. It's political intrigue, but it's circus music or something. But people dig that stuff. It's neat.
I found you out in that game.
What's that?
I found you out in Tales of Vesperia.
What is it about that kind of world that as opposed to say like a Mass Effect world or a Resident Evil world that makes you kind of go, oh, I love everything about this to make me want to dress up like it.
Well, I think for the Tales series, I just particularly like it because they really focus on the characters.
Character development's really good.
Character development, that's really the key for those Tales series. That's kind of why I like the series.
It's a great series. Best series.
No, that was a question.
I haven't played the game. No, it's okay. They hate you, but not fun.
Actually, now I have a question now.
Wait, do you? Well, this kid's question. I don't want to finish it.
No, it's not a question. I'm answering your question. Where is like, what's the appeal of the Tales game?
Oh yes, sir.
Yeah, the reason why I like the Tales game so much is that they're able to like touch on real serious subjects without pulling any punches. You know what I mean? Because Tales of Symphonia has to deal with discrimination, with the dealings with humans, half elves, and elves. While Tales of Vesperia deals with corruption in the government.
Different aspects of justice.
Right, exactly.
Huh. I guess it helps you play the games.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
No, that's cool. And I guess also because it's not as bogged down with other crap or whatever or special. It's more just it's really about just character and story. So that's interesting. Yes, sir.
I was looking up on Wikipedia and I saw that you were in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the game.
The very first one. I think it was the first game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was because the actor who played the Master had given up acting, or not given up. I guess he sort of semi-retired and moved to Montana or something. And they don't pay for. Then they really didn't pay well for video games, and he was like, no. And I was like, yeah. It's strange. Which is, if you want to hear a version of Wesker, that's essentially a version of Wesker. And I'm not trying to voice match the guy who did that.
Oh, you didn't voice?
Yeah. It's my voice, but I'm trying to voice match what he did in the series.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That was going to be my question.
He had a very high kind of thing, which has got a quality of Wesker in it. I've been ignoring this other ring. Yes, sir.
I have two quick questions.
Yeah.
Whenever you get set up for one of those roles, like you said, it was very straightforward and good. Do you ever give them advice on how to make your character better?
I'm there to please because what you have is you're in a studio and you're with, and a lot of times especially in those kind of games, a lot of times the studio and the engineer there are like they own the studio or whatever, and so they're the ones that kind of got you in to get the gig. So I don't want to make things rocky for them. And then you've got the producer, right? You've got the director who's then working with the translator with the Japanese producer. And so she's only he is only trying to give you, from what they can understand from the translator, from what the Japanese person is, and they essentially want to recreate the feeling that they had with the original. So when they get to a voice that they like here's a good example, Tekken 6, I do Raven. And now I didn't know the game at all when I went in there. And there's lovely people that call me in all the time at this studio, so I was very happy to have the gig. And I'd worked with the director before, she's really cool. And I hadn't worked with this producer who's Japanese, so he's like, they play the Japanese version, and so I'm like saying the line, starting with one line, just saying it several different times until I get the vibe that he wants. But the guy they played, sounded like this, talked low and was like this. So I think it was something like that. I don't even have my handle for that one. And so I do it, and he's like, yeah, that's like, okay, we'll do it like that. Now, we have animatics, which is they're not fully fleshed out. They're more boxy kind of things, and you don't really have the environment set. So you sort of got an idea of what's going on. It's more about physicality. It's like, so for more efforts and things. So I do this entire game, and at one point I go, he's kind of a big character. Because, he's at the end, he's got all this stuff. And then I see it. I see him just a little YouTube thing. I'm like, it's fucking Wesley Snipes. and I'm doing, I'm an announcer guy. Well, I think we'll go and do this now. It's like, I think I would have done it a little different. I'd be a little more badass about it. So when we got, they called me back to do,
Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
Yes! Yeah, exactly. What was it again?
Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
Yeah, that was cross, is what they say? Cross.
Yeah, I say X, but that's how it's pronounced.
Yeah.
All right. But if you notice, if you ever compare what I do there with the original with Tekken 6, there's a big difference.
Yeah,
I do a sample of that on my website only because it's like that's how I should have done the entire Tekken 6 game, and I'm like that's where I'm like But as you were saying, I don't want to rock the boat or anything. I want the producers to be happy and the writer to be happy. And so when I hit it, and he's like, then that's what you're getting. Because I'm just there for a day. I'm there for 4 hours, sometimes less, and I'm going to get a check, and then it's over. So it's not like my pride is on the line or anything. My pride is on the line when you're paying me $100 a day for an indie film, and they want you to then work 12 hours on location in the rain. And then I'm like, you know what, I want this character, I think this character needs to have this and this. And then I kind of go with it, because it's now I'm doing them a favor kind of thing.
Right.
So.
Quick question.
You had two, right?
I want to know, would you be interested in starring in a TV show as a cop with this funny, quirky black sidekick?
Are you producing?
No, we can shop.
Yeah, but you got to produce it, buddy. But I'll do it. That's so funny. You think I have power? I wish you had power.
We can build it.
I will say something though. This just came through. I don't know. It didn't come through, but I don't know if this is going to happen or not. But there's some fans on my Facebook page. I'm on Facebook, so come and friend me. Well, not friend me. It's a like me. But anyway, there's somebody in Pennsylvania. This girl. Maybe you guys know her because she seems like she's got her own following. Roxy, something horror show. She seems like a very cool lady, And she would write comments every now and then. She's like, if we ever, can produce a film, I'll try to suggest you for it or whatever. And it's like, yeah, sure,
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I got a thing from some film company in Philadelphia. They're doing a film next year, and they wanted to know if I would take one of 2 roles. And it's actually really good roles. And this guy gets, like some names in it, like they're looking to get George Takei in it, so those kind of names. But I mean, George Takei, that'd be kind of cool to be in a film with him. And they had like Ernie Hudson in the last one they did. And I was looking at that and I was like, that's through a fan. That's just freaking amazing. So I'm really, people are amazing what they do for other people. So I don't know if it'll pan out because we got to wait. But if it does pan out, I'm telling them, listen, I need a sidekick. And but you better have an agent then, because I'm not negotiating for you. All right, just so we're clear. Oh, okay, there we go. She doesn't have a phone. She can't negotiate.
So, I mean, I understand that when you're recording, it's not all exactly in chronological order, but how much of Wesker's plans did you actually understand? And how were you able to
Well, ultimately, it's not. I mean, you guys have a lot to the mythology. There's a lot of details to your mythology, but as far as the overall premise, it's fairly simple, I think. So I mean, I grasped the overall premise. I didn't necessarily know a lot of the details, and especially Nakin. That was no offense to them because I love them and I would love to work for them again. But that was the difference between that experience and the Mass Effect experience. Mass Effect, I had the other people's lines. I had a breakdown of what the scene was. I had a breakdown of what my overall character arc was, and all of that. So I really knew. With that, I didn't. I walked in and it was literally like an Excel spreadsheet. And these are just all your lines. And we recorded different times for different sections. So it was more like, and even Liam would go, he goes, so is that right? Is he angry at this point? And it was like, it's like, okay, we'll be angry at this point. It was a little more kind of shooting in the dark. But it comes together in the way that it came together that was passable. You're all in the room.
I mean, you didn't really understand. I mean, you didn't only not see the other actors, you didn't even see their lines. So.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, exactly. The only times that would happen is sometimes they'd have a cut scene, again, animatics, it's not fully fleshed, or it was the mocap actors. Literally just the mocap actors. And there was a lot of it, and they would show those not for dialogue, but for action, for the efforts, and a lot of fighting. More importance is usually placed on the fighting portions of it than on the actual just us talking kind of stuff.
Have you met any of the other voice actors that worked on the same project
Well,
with you?
Ruben Langdon, I'm grateful to him. He's a sweetheart. He's the one who wanted me in Resident Evil 5. He knew of me through Umbrella Chronicles, and I had not known of him. And then he brought me in, and then it was just really, he's a really cool guy. But yeah, no, it's a small world, so you kind of run into these people as you go. So like Liam, I ended up battling him in. The 2 books, Near, N-I-E-R, Near.
Near, yeah.
Yeah, one of those. He's the lead in it. It's the book, the good book, and I'm the bad book. So I have a couple scenes with him, but that was very funny to battle him. But after having worked with him as a director, and then also, his friend is a friend of mine, kind of small world thing. So a lot of these actors, like Steve Bloom, obviously you all know Steve Bloom. So I mean, he's in everything, and he's been doing it for so long. He just got into the Guinness Book of World Records for the most anime jobs. And yeah, wow. Isn't that cool?
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was like just last month. And so I'd always heard of this guy, but I'd never met him because we're always ever alone in a room. But in cartoons, a lot of times, not all the time these days, but a lot of times they'll have the entire cast there, as much of the cast they can get to record together. So he's on Transformers Rescue Bots also. So my first time meeting him, we were like, hi, we know each other, because we know each other, but we don't really know each other. That was a very strange experience. So yeah, I admire that guy a lot. He's a sweetheart and very talented. So, did I answer your question?
Yes, you did.
Where are we at time-wise? We must be, is there anyone wanting in this room? Because if they want video, they're so we're actually at the end, so I'll take one more question. A burning one that everybody wants to know. But there's no questions.
I got one that everyone wants to know.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, you haven't asked one.
Just out of curiosity, how did you feel about the Mass Effect ending?
Whoa!
Wait, what was the question? How did you feel about the Mass Effect original?
I've been told that there is only one voice for the Geth, so if they do another one and Geth are there, I will be the voice of that. So I thought it was wonderful. All right, so there you go. To be honest with you, I haven't played the game all the way through, so Since I don't know the ending, but I thought you guys might find this funny. I don't quite get it, but apparently there are different variations of the ending. And a guy had
colors.
Right. Well, the guy had some guy had tweeted EA and said, do you guys have plans to make a version for colorblind people? Apparently he's colorblind, so he didn't know what the ending meant. You guys would know better than I would. Anyway. Hey, thank you. This was fun, and have a beautiful life. All right. We open up the door and get some